So they get to where we're going to graph a line if I know what the slope is. So they're going to give me a point that I'm going to start with. I'm going to plot this point first because that's going to be my starting point. So we want to find the graph of the line that has a slope of 3, passes through the point 2, -1. So I'm going to start and I'm going to plot the point 2, -1. I'm going to put that dot on my graph. From there, I want to understand what the slope of 3 means. If I have a slope of 3, I'm going to write it as a fraction because slope is the change in y over the change in x. So I'm going to write it as 3 over 1. The top number is the change in the y direction. So the top number tells me to go up or down. Since it's positive, I'm going to go up, right? The bottom number is the change in your x direction. Your x-axis goes left and right. Again, it's positive, so I'm going to go to the right. So I'm just going to start at this dot here, and I'm just going to count. 1, 2, 3 up, 1 to the right. There's my next dot. I really only need 2 dots to draw my line, but so I can draw straighter, I'm going to count again. 1, 2, 3 up, 1 to the right. I can then connect my dots and draw my line. My slope was a positive 3. It went uphill as I went from left to right. Up 3 and over 1.
So why is it on
What?
5?
Where did I start at? 2, -1. So I went up 1, 2, 3, and over 1, which put it over here at 3, 2, right?
Yeah.
Then I went up 1, 2, 3, and over 1.
Oh, okay.
So every time here I added 3 to my y value because it was going up 3, and then 1 to my x value.
Oh, okay.
So on number 8, I'm going to start by plotting the point -4, 3, because I want to graph the line with the slope of 3/4 that passes through the point -4, 3. So -4, 3 would be back here. -4 up 3. My slope is going to be 3/4. Again, both of those are positive numbers on this one. So on the change in my y direction, I'm going to go up 3, the change in my x direction, 4 to the right. So if I start here, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 up, and 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right, and I end up right on the y-axis at 6. If I went up 1, 2, 3 and over 1, 2, 3, 4, then I'm way up on the top of my graph over there. Now keep in mind that you could do a positive slope by doing a -3 over a -4, right? A negative over a negative is still positive. So from this point, I also could have gone 1, 2, 3 down and 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. Notice that still should line up with all those other dots we did. So I can connect my dots and draw my line. And again, it's positive. You know it should go uphill as you go from left to right. The next one says we have a slope of -1. So again, we're going to start by plotting the point 3, -2. So over 3, down 2, there's my starting point. If my slope is -1, I can either write it as a -1 over a +1 or a +1 over a -1, right? Either of those are equal to -1. So if I do this one is telling me to go what direction? Down 1 and to the right 1, right? So if I went down 1 and to the right 1, here's my next dot. Down 1 and to the right 1, there's my next dot. If I went the other way around, this is telling me to go up and to the left because it's negative on the bottom. So I'd go up 1 and to the left 1. Up 1 and to the left 1. Notice my dots still line up all right in a row. You only really need 2 dots to draw your line, but I I got lots of them there. So when your slope is negative, you can either put it as a negative over a positive or a positive over a negative, depending where your first starting point is. If it's way close to the edge, you might have to go in the opposite direction.